It's that time again. Hey everyone, it's Jamie Slays, and today I've got another unboxing from the guys over at Cort. So the guys over at Cort have sent me another guitar. It's a G280 Select, I think. Looks really nice. I've had a look at them for a while now. It's one of the first companies I was actually looking at when I was looking at those kind of modern Fender Super Strat type guitars. You know, like Sir, Tom Anderson, Schecter, Ibanez AZ, those kind of guitars. I was looking around and then I came across Cort and was like, wow, these look cool. They're reasonably priced. I wonder how they play. Let's just have a chat with them. And that was kind of what started the relationship. And now they finally sent me one over. So let's open it up and find out what's inside. Ugh. Tiny room here, so it's quite a bit cramped. Yeah. Same as always. I'll speed this up a little bit. There you go, that was quicker. It's easier just to jump straight to me taking it out rather than trying to rip this box open. So here we have the guitar. As you can see, you can probably see through. It's a really nice colour. Yeah, it's the G280 Select, made in Indonesia. And like I said, it's like a kind of modern Super Strat vibe. Ta-da! Look at this. Ooh. Another guitar I forgot to mention, or company even, is Mayonnaise. They're doing like the Mayonnaise Aquila. And it does actually look a bit like this one. FGN are also doing their own version of this guitar. I think everyone at the moment is going down the kind of modern Super Strat Fender vibe. And I'm not angry at them because they're beautiful. Like, look at this. I really like this guitar. Made in Indonesia. If you've watched my channel before, I've featured a few Cort guitars. I only recently learned about them, well, I've known about Cort for years, I should say. They've been around since 1960, which is a long time, older than my dad. My dad wasn't even born then. And when I was first starting out, you rarely saw Cort guitars in shops. And then I found out recently that they're like a factory in Indonesia that make Ibanez, Solar, pretty much any company that make guitars in Indonesia are made in the Cort factory. And then they were like, tell you what, let's start upgrading our guitars to be just as good as the ones we make for other people. And yeah, I would agree that this is a beautiful piece of work. If you told me this was an Ibanez or, I don't know, an FGN, if FGN did like an Indonesian range, I would completely believe you. This is really, really nice. You can see the quilt on the top. It has like a floating, sort of floating bridge, which we'll get into in a sec. It has a tone and a volume, a 5-way selector, humbucker, 2 single coils. It's a bolt-on guitar. The cavity in the back for tightening this, the screws for the springs. There's no locking nut because it's a traditional type floating bridge, but it does have locking tuners, which is cool because some guitars I've played recently with kind of a tremolo arm don't have locking tuners, and I still feel like the locking tuners can have some kind of impact on the tuning stability. The neck is kind of unfinished. It's just like varnish, I guess, or like a smooth. I don't really know what they do. As you can probably tell from me doing these videos, is I don't know a huge lot about how you make guitars. I just know how to play them. It was really smooth. It's really fresh. I'll play it in a sec just for a few chords or something, just to see how it sounds. Kind of the only critiques, I suppose, are that inside the, whatever those are called, neck join divots, there's like slight paint wear, or you can probably clean it off though, to be fair. But other than that, the guitar looks amazing. So yeah, it comes with a little bar as well, which I've already taken out of the packet just because it was easier to do that now, which goes in there. And then it's it can sort of go sharp as well. Because usually I would believe that these guitars are meant to have their bridges like completely flat down, but I think this one's actually meant to sort of be recessed. I'll do some research because I might be completely wrong, but it plays really well. So I have reason to believe that it's meant to be like that, and if it's not, then it should be, because it plays really nice like that anyway. You can still do the kind of dime bag squeals like whew. This guitar is in the low to mid price range. I think it, depending on where you get it from, it's between 300 and 600 pounds or euros. There's a few I've just looked at on Guitar that are 549. That's a trans black one. There's 579. Then I saw one that was like 389. So there are two different types of this guitar, and maybe that price will change, and it does depend on what company you buy them from, because obviously import and stuff like that. But it doesn't feel like it's only £300 to £600. It feels a lot nicer. And I've played guitars recently that are like £1,000 to £2,000, and I wasn't that impressed. So yeah, I would say this is an absolute bargain for what you get. Again, subscribe to the channel because I'll be doing a proper review where I actually play the guitar and like zoom in on the frets and stuff and give you my opinion after having it for a few days. And this video is also sponsored by Cort, so they have paid me to do this review, but as I always say, because it's true, all the opinions that I kind of spout out of my brain are mine and mine only. They're not feeding me a script or anything or telling me, Jamie, don't forget to say this one bit because we want you to. When it's paid video, it doesn't mean that I change my opinion. It's the same opinion as I always would say. Otherwise, I wouldn't have shown you the divot things on the back. So yeah, stick around, watch some more videos, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, like the video if you enjoyed this, and stick around because next week possibly I'll do a review of this guitar properly with some plugins and some pickup demos, and we'll plug it into the quad cortex and all that kind of stuff. See you guys next week. Bye everyone.